Good afternoon and welcome to my Macon, Georgia garden. Hope you're doing great. Today's January 6th, so Happy New Year to everyone. I have a small job to do in my garden today. I'm gonna go out and harvest a few of the winter radishes. So come along with me, we'll get those and I'll take them in the house and show you how I prepare those for dinner. You can see I still have not cleaned the dead loofah vines off. So here's one patch of the winter radish. I'm going to put the camera down and check out some of the roots a little close up. Ooh, these over here did not make big roots. Oh, but this one, wowza. There's a nice big one. That one's small. That one is, oh, a red one. That's unusual. I'll leave it. Oh, here's another one. Nice size. How about this one? That one's good looking, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to pull some of these lower leaves off that are touching the ground to give to the chickens. Pull some chickweed too while I'm down here. We're going to swing around to this side. Check these out. That one's interesting. I'm going to pull it. There's a pink one on the outside. See that? There's a nice one. And another nice one. And I'll do the same over here. Pop off these lower leaves. Just going to make a pile right there. Things to take to the chickens when we're done. So now I'm going to go over to the other side of the garden, what I call the lower garden. So here is the final row of winter radishes. And I'm going to look through those and see if I can find about 4 or 5 more. So what I'm going to do with these is cut the greens off for the chickens and put these radishes in a bag to take inside. I wonder if the greens, I'm sure they're edible, but they may be very strong. Nothing I've read has said you could eat the greens. It says cut them off. But anyway, I'll feed them to the chickens and I'll get the nutrition out in the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be just right to make a little salad for everyone. So I'm going to take these over to the chickens. Then we'll go in the house. My girls are out here cleaning up a mess that Ivory made. She chewed one of our chicken feeder buckets to pieces. This is our other little coop. We brought it out here because there was a little bit of grass. And you see where we've moved it, they've mostly eaten it up. So we're going to have to put them back in the pen with the others soon. But they're enjoying their greens. So I'm in the kitchen now. I've brought my radishes, which the next step is to get all the grime washed off of them. I'm going to go ahead and cut the roots off. You can see a hint of that rose center. Alrighty, I left the roots on this one. I'm going to put this one in a veggie bag. What I'm going to do is plant this one back out in the garden in my flower bed to let it go to seed in the spring. I still have several out there, so I'll dig up some nice ones. I wanted to talk a little bit about the variety. This is called Mezzato Rose. It's a winter radish. It was developed from a hybrid, and Fedco Seeds did not know that they were working with a hybrid, so their website says, and they ended up with variation. So you have the green skinned, green and white skinned, and here you have with a rose color, and also these. So you get this variation. The interior should be the rose red color. So I've got my grater. I'll start with a small one. You can see the little hint of rose color on the inside. It smells very spicy. The description of the radish says it's sweet and spicy. All right. Let's try this really rose-colored one. It actually is not rosy on the inside, and it feels a lot tenderer as I'm slicing it. It is sweet when you first put it in your mouth. Yum. I'll do this giant green and white skin one. Let me taste this one. That one is more spicy than sweet. It's so fresh. And it's tender as it grates. It's very tender. Not very rosy on the inside. Ooh, it's getting really green there. Let me taste that. That's sweet. Strange. I want to do this rose and white one next. And it's only lightly rosy on the inside. Let's see. I think I'll do one more. I'm going to do this last little rosy one. That one has a different sort of smell to it. It's not spicy, but it's more pungent. Strange. So obviously there's a lot of variation in the genetics of this. Don't know if it's stabilized yet or not, but I'll see if I can grow and save some of my own seeds and see what happens. All right, so I've got about a quart, I think. I grated 5 of the winter radishes. One was pretty big, so I think that's going to be enough for a little bite of a side salad with our supper tonight. The traditional way to prepare winter radish is to shred it like I did. If they're harsh tasting, You could soak them in salt water for about 30 minutes and then drain it and squeeze it dry, and then put oil and vinegar on it. You could use Italian dressing or herbs or whatever kind of thing you like. I guess you could even do like a mayo-based dressing, but we're going to stick with plain. And when I say plain, I just mean oil and vinegar. All right, I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. I think a little goes a long way. That's probably a couple of tablespoons there. I'm going to do the same thing with the vinegar, about 2 tablespoons. I'm not going to put any pepper in it because it's already spicy, and I'm not going to put any salt in it because I don't want it to start getting very wet. It would draw the moisture out of it. Too much vinegar. It does need salt. I'm going to sprinkle over some of my dehydrated basil from the garden. A little more olive oil to help that stick. Let me try a little salt. Well, that is good and so fresh, and to think that it's January and we have a fresh salad from the garden. It's very nutritious, so good for us. Very excited to serve this to my family tonight. Also, I cut up a few green onions because I think that that will be good, but not everybody will like that, so I'll just put these on the side. And I'm going to go now and get our grilled cheese and tomato soup ready for supper. But until next time, thanks for watching.